Dear Patriots, before the news starts, please subscribe to our patriotic channel by clicking the subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up to this video. Don't forget to leave your opinion below in the comments section. Share the news on Facebook and Twitter so your friends see it. Thank you.
President Trump discovers the easy way to send Hillary Clinton to jail for a long time. President Trump went on Fox News' hit news show hosted by Laura Ingraham last night to set the record straight, to bypass the liberal media, to get the truth out. He spoke on immigration, the swamp, the bold new pro-growth GOP tax plan, and of course Hillary Clinton and her many, and seemingly endless, crimes. She is a one-woman crime machine, that is for sure. She never met a law she didn't want to break, or maybe it just appears that way now because every day is another bombshell about how crooked she really is. And these are not allegations, they are all proven bombshells that should have Hillary hiring an army of lawyers to save her butt from a long jail sentence. But she somehow gets away with it. It is a travesty of justice. Hillary wants to get around the FOIA law. No problem, we will look the other way while she sets up a private server. She is losing to Bernie Sanders and is so arrogant she thinks she should be president, so she rigs the election and no one says a word. The only question left, and this is key, is rigging the primary against Bernie a crime? If it is, she needs to pay for it. Like anyone else. And that is where Trump came out and terrified Hillary. Remember, everyone, even Liz Warren, agrees Hillary rigged the primary. That is not in doubt. What is in doubt is it a crime? Trump said. I think it's like a major story. Now, I don't know if the mainstream fake media, because they are fake and phony, but I just don't know if they are going to pick it up. I want to tell you, that is a big story what you're saying. It's illegal, number one. And there you have it. It's illegal and the proof she did it is clear. Jeff Sessions, are you listening to your boss? Because this is the easy way to put Hillary in prison for a long time. Rigging an election. That has to be a serious crime in a democracy. Share if you agree. Trump sets internet on fire with blistering response to disgraceful Bergdahl decision. President Trump is off to Asia, but not before letting America know we elected the right man for the job. He issued a blistering response to the shameful Bergdahl verdict that most Americans, even most liberals, agree with. Because the decision was a disgrace. In case you missed it, Bergdahl is not going to prison. Making Obama's terrible deal even worse. He deserted, soldiers got injured, Obama rescued him, and now he will not serve any time in prison. He was looking at 14 hard years. And he deserved them. Instead, according to the Daily Mail, in a ruling that stunned the legal community, Bergdahl will get a slap on the wrist. Bergdahl was demoted down to private, will be dishonorably discharged, and has been ordered to pay $1,000 per month for the next 10 months. This is an outrage. Consider that several soldiers received serious life-threatening wounds when they went out to search for him, and it turns this into a farce. He didn't care about them, but they did for him. Loyalty versus treason. I guess we go with treason now? Bo claimed he did not commit treason and gave some ridiculous story about wanting to report an unfit commander. His defense lawyers argued that he suffered enough after spending 5 years of captivity with Taliban groups. Trump disagreed and spoke for all Americans when he ripped the decision in a blistering tweet. Share if you agree with President Trump. Mueller in trouble. Look what Republicans just did to remove him from the investigation. A group of conservative Republican lawmakers introduced a resolution on Friday to call for Robert Mueller to recuse himself as the special counsel investigating Russian interference. Florida Representative Matt Gaetz fought alongside Representative Andy Biggs in Arizona, and Louis Gohmert of Texas said that Mueller should step down because he is the FBI director during the Uranium One scandal and played a key role in the deal. Gaetz claims that because Mueller's FBI didn't bring any charges that he should recuse himself. These deeply troubling events took place when Mr. Mueller was the director of the FBI. As such, his impartiality is hopelessly compromised, Gates said in a statement. He must step down immediately. Gates' Republican colleagues have expressed faith in Mueller to create a barrier between Trump and Mueller in the event that the president fires him. Share this if you think that Mueller should be kicked off the case. Thanks for reading. Obama's jaw hits floor with jealous thud after seeing Trump's earth-shattering new economic numbers. It was bound to happen, Hillary's friends turning on her, and we knew it would be a bloodbath. And we were right. In shocking tell-all book, Donna Brazile blew the whole lid off Hillary's election rigging, and our worst fears were confirmed. Can you imagine if she had won? And don't forget, she almost did. Brazile provided the proof needed to break through the Clintons' web of lies. Oh, the tangled web we weave when we practice to deceive. The Clintons had been getting away with it for so long, so they thought the gravy train would never end. But they forgot the first rule of Washington: when you have no power and no potential to get any, you are exposed. People feared the Clintons because they were vicious, but they had power. And they threw their weight around. It was not good for one's career to cross them, but after her epic defeat, no one is sacred of them anymore. They probably never thought this day would come, that they would be exposed as their closest allies turn on them. The proof of what she did rocked Washington. For what was an allegation that could be dismissed was now a cold hard fact with evidence. The media has to cover it now, and they have not been kind to Hillary. But as Hillary was being exposed as crooked to the core, the Trump administration made a quiet yet earth-shattering announcement. According to IJR, U.S. labor reports for October were released Friday and they exceeded expectations. The official unemployment rate dropped to 4.1%, which marks the lowest it's been since December of 2000. This is huge and a total game changer. The last time we say these numbers was the tail end of the 1990s boom. And we have just only begun with Trump. Also, wages rose by 2.4% from the same period in 2016. Hillary is exposed, the economy is roaring, and Obama's jealous. It's like Christmas has come early. Share if you agree. Trump takes off kid gloves, issues chilling warning to ISIS about revenge for NYC. President Trump is off to Asia for a big trip. He will be gone 12 days and much is at stake. Before we get to the stakes, we must admit what Trump has already accomplished in this region that his predecessors could not. Mainly that he got China to finally crack down on North Korea. No one could get this done before, and it is the only way to solve the problem without war. Did you see the letter Kim Jong sent to other world leaders asking for help with Trump? How did Trump do this when all the others failed? Simple, he knows how to negotiate and they don't. And he was not beholden to the corporate interests who have made a killing shipping our jobs to China. So he could take on them both, and did when he finally called out what China and these companies did to our middle class and vowed to put an end to it. Trump threatened the golden goose and the left went nuts. But it worked. Almost immediately China caved because they aren't stupid. It was genius, and only Trump could have pulled it off because he owed no one and he is not afraid to use leverage. But it gets better. China may think they get to keep their sweetheart trade deals, and maybe Trump will allow them to continue, or maybe he will tweak them a bit. But it doesn't matter because the companies that move there are American, and as Trump did with Carrier and Broadcom, he has other ways to make them bring the jobs back than to hit China. So by putting pressure on the CEOs, Trump gets everything he wants. North Korea contained or pressure mounting, China terrified that he will change trade laws so they will play ball, and he gets CEOs to pull out of China without Trump hitting them with tariffs. It is genius, and the media will not give him any credit. It is a shame, really. So Trump will continue dealing on his trip to Asia, and if past is prologue, America is in good hands. But it is the warning he gave ISIS before he left that has everyone talking. From the South Lawn as he got ready to leave for this important trip, Trump turned to a Daily Mail reporter and said, "Every time we're attacked from this point forward, and it took place yesterday, we are hitting them 10 times harder. So when we have an animal do an attack like he did the other day on the west side of Manhattan, we are hitting them 10 times harder. They claimed him as a soldier. Good luck. Every time they hit us, we know it's ISIS, we hit them like you folks won't believe." It is nice to finally have strong leader like Trump. Share if you agree. Seconds ago, Jeff Sessions did something that should get him fired from office immediately. Attorney General Jeff Sessions must resign is an embarrassment to the legal system. I do not say these words lightly. Jeff Sessions is compromised and must leave office now. Here's why. Sessions recused himself from the Russian witch hunt. According to Breitbart, Attorney General Jeff Sessions told a group of lawmakers in late September that he has recused himself from looking into the Uranium One deal. According to Representative Matt Gaetz, RFL, the House Judiciary Committee met with Sessions on September 28 before the upcoming committee hearing with Deputy General Rod Rosenstein. At the meeting, Sessions was asked to appoint a special counsel to investigate the 2010 Uranium One deal and Fusion GPS. Sessions stood up and said that he can't discuss the matter. He said that anything that had to do with 2016 election, or Russia, or the candidates in the 2016 election, fell under the scope of his recusal, and he left the room, Gaetz said. It was Sessions' position that his recusal on the Russia matter divorced him from any oversight on Uranium One and Fusion GPS. That's troubling. Sessions' recusal is a function of his involvement in the Trump campaign. In no world does that impact his judgment as it relates to Fusion GPS and Uranium One. But he views the recusal more broadly. That's troubling because that puts Rosenstein in charge, he said. Share this if you think that it's time to get rid of Jeff Sessions now. We need to get this to our president before he takes off on a long flight today. Get this message out there and comment "Fire Sessions" below.